Look, I started off with nothing and I was dead broke at age 22. By age 28, I was a self-made millionaire. By age 30, a self-made multi-millionaire. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 ways on how you can invest your first $10,000 to get you on your way. Stay tuned. What's up, Fruitful investors? Welcome to my channel where, yes, I am a YouTuber, but I'm also a real estate investor and real business owner doing real things in the background, not just up here on YouTube thinking about it. So you guys know me, I'm a real estate investor first and foremost. I've been specializing in it for 12 years, full on. However, I wish someone like me would have contacted me back in the past and told me about all these different things on how to invest your money and how to get started with that low barrier to entry of $10,000. Real estate is a pretty expensive asset. $10,000 for the most part isn't gonna really get you in the market in a lot of areas. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 ways on where to put your money if you're young, if all you have is 10,000 bucks, on how to get started and get in the game. So number 1, invest in yourself. And what I really want you to do at the very first thing before you do anything is get your goddamn money right. The old Grant Cardone saying, get your money right. Figure out how much are you making from your job, what's the income coming in, and what are the expenses that you have every single month. Get that shit figured out. Are you making more than the expenses? Let's start with that first. And let's, after that, start with how much can you put aside every single month to investing, not saving. I want you to invest right away. I want you to live broke. All the money that comes in that's extra that you don't really need, right? Don't need it, put it into investing in these 5 things we're gonna talk about and start getting the ball rolling, okay? Saving money for a rainy day is a poor person's strategy. You will never save your way to financial abundance, to multi-millionaire status. It's impossible. You need to invest your way there, okay? So when everybody in society is telling you one thing, you know, save your money, save for a rainy day, they're all broke. Why are you listening to broke people tell you how to manage money? They don't even know what the hell they're doing. Okay, what are the rich people doing? They're investing all the time, okay? We live broke, even me. I invest all my money. I live on about 5 to 10% of my income, and the other 90% all to investing. Hey, sorry to interrupt the video. I know you're learning something cool, and I love to give you investing tips here on YouTube every single week. But if you want to accelerate your growth and cut years off your investing journey, yo, I can just give you all of my secrets. Check the courses out below. Whether you want the exact materials and products that I use on my flips and rental properties, I have a course for that. I give you all the links to everything we buy in all of our properties. If you want to learn how I raised over $50 million all from videos like this on YouTube and Instagram, I have a course for that. I'll show you how to attract joint venture partners like this. Or if you want personal one-on-one coaching from me and a ton more, see the links below. Anyway, just want to let you know, enjoy the rest of the video. I have a very little nest egg just to make me feel pretty good at night, but literally all of it goes right out back to investing, and I live kind of broke. I live day to day, baby. That's how we go, and that's how we get to multi-millionaire status. So get your money right, figure out what's coming in, what's going out, and start putting away some money. After that, I want you to dive deep and specialize into a real world skill, okay? Real world, not bullshit, you know, jobs out there, real world stuff, real estate investing, stocks, crypto, starting a business, stuff that's actually gonna get you somewhere and grow your wealth very, very quickly, okay? You working as a photographer, or you working as a plumber, or you working as a hairstylist, whatever, most likely, you're not gonna get to like multi-millionaire status from that alone. It can help you, but what's really gonna get you there is investing outside of that, and eventually, you know, taking over and just investing full time, right? That's the goal. Investing and making money out of thin air kind of thing is what gets you to financial abundance. Okay, so get away from the dollars per hour or whatever. Gotta get it off of that. The next thing you can do is hire a coach to get you to where you wanna go faster. So figure out what industry you wanna be in. Let's say it's real estate. You really love real estate. You love the idea of it. It really drives with you. Okay, cool. Find someone who's where you wanna be, living the life you wanna live, buying how many properties that you wanna buy, living the lifestyle, whatever, and get in touch with them ideally and learn from them. Pay them to be a student of theirs. So that may cost a lot of money depending who you are, but work your way up, start with the cheaper coaches and whatever, and the courses and stuff like that. But you really wanna pay people to leapfrog quickly through the years. And this is a mistake that I did, okay? I'm a cheap, frugal real estate investor, cheap, frugal millionaire. And at the beginning, I didn't want to pay people because I'm a super hard worker. I'm super obsessed. Like I said, I can figure out most things online, and you can too. From my videos or any other videos, you can figure out most of what to do. But those little tricks, those little hacks that somebody who's where you want to be can just be like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this over here? Let's just do this. This is what I did. Let's just do this instead. You totally bypass years and years of trying to figure shit out on YouTube or by trial and error, which is even worse. Just let people tell you what to do. way faster. So that's really what you want to do by investing in yourself. Get your money right, specialize, become an expert, an obsessed savage with whatever investing strategy you want to do. And then ideally hire a coach if you have the money. I understand if you don't at the beginning, but work your way towards hiring a coach because it's just way faster. Number two, what you can do to invest is index funds. So this is very low risk, slow growth, but also slow decline. The reason why I love index funds is they're just boring, dude, which is my whole strategy for real estate investing. For example, in real estate, I bought single family properties only for the first like 12 years, which is great quality tenant, the best quality tenant, super boring, super predictable. These people had kids, dogs, they weren't messing around, okay? I provided really good quality housing, really good renovated properties, and these good tenants who were paying a lot of money for the rent were savvy renters, right? They had good careers. The odds of them messing around on me were very low. And in fact, I've only had one problem in the entire 12 years that I was an investor, and I had over 45 properties, individual properties, and it was resolved very quickly. Okay, so I didn't really have like the nightmare stories of tenants, you know, breaking the house or staying there for 6 months on end without paying rent. I got really lucky, but also not lucky. I was strategic in that. So anyway, going back, I made it boring. And for my stock investing, I also want boring. So the equivalent of that single family real estate strategy is index funds. So the S&P 500, the QQQ, although that's a little more risky, but because it's more tech heavy. But an ETF is really the way to go, or index fund. An ETF is an exchange traded fund. And what that means is that it's a lot of companies in a pool, and you're investing in this pool of 500 companies. So for example, the S&P 500, I'm sure you've heard of it, is the top 500 companies in America, and you're investing in all of those at once. Rather than investing in Microsoft, Apple, whatever by themselves, Google, Tesla, we're investing in all of them at once. So if Microsoft has a really bad earnings report and their stock goes down, the overall S&P 500 goes down like 0.01%, whereas Microsoft dropped 4% in one day. So you're kind of leveling it out, you're feathering the growth and the declines out. So very good, very boring. And I wish, man, I started investing in stocks when I was like 22. I wish, because it's such a low barrier to entry. I was so focused on real estate and working my ass off to build up that down payment. It took me years and years for a lot of these properties when I could have just bought the S&P 500 for like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 1,000 bucks, 10,000 bucks. And by now I'm age 33, dude, that stock portfolio would be worth so much. I only got into stocks about a year ago because I was like, no man, real estate's the only way. I was too specially savage about my specialization. I should have just dabbled and put, I'll put 1,000 bucks in the S&P 500. It's boring, I get it. By now, I'd be pretty happy I did that. And it's also very low risk because like I said, it's boring, up and down, very slow. Not like Tesla or these growth stocks that are so crazy every day. The S&P 500 is very boring, and that's why I like it. Number 3 you can invest in, which is mid-risk, is real estate. So I had to add real estate in there. I know $10,000 isn't really gonna get you a lot, but in some areas you could buy your down payment for 10,000 bucks if you're investing in, I don't know, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, I don't know, the smaller Midwest states, West Virginia, cheaper real estate. You can buy a property for 10,000 bucks as your down payment. Now, if you're living in a more East Coast, West Coast city, probably not gonna happen. I understand. It might be 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 for your down payment to get that nice house, but I gotta put real estate in there. I know it's over 10 grand for a lot of people, but real estate is the best avenue to invest in. It is tried and true, like I say. It's been around for thousands of years. There's been landlords for all this time, people paying rent, property values increasing, people always need a home to live in. Real estate is not going anywhere. So if you can somehow muster up the money to buy real estate, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 down for your 5% down payment, try and make it happen. Try and own your own home, or better yet, own an investment property. And if you're young, still live at mom and dad. That's the best case scenario. That's what I did when I bought my first property. I still lived at home and I had that rental property. That's some baller ass shit at age 22. So you really wanna get into real estate, it's tried and true. It's mid-risk. I would say it's even low risk, especially if you're buying single family properties, which is my bread and butter. I had to slip real estate in there. Number 4, private lending. Mid to high risk, I would say. So if you have $10,000, it's not a whole lot. I know it's not a whole lot, but if you invest that at 15%, which you can find all day long from flippers like me or other flippers in real estate that you trust, that you know that are real legit flippers, you can lend your 10,000 bucks. If they'll take it, you know, some of us have a minimum. 10,000 is pretty low, but I'm sure you can find someone to lend 10,000 bucks at 15%, which is 125 bucks a month, pure cash flow. Not a whole lot, not gonna change your life, But if you're 18, 19, 20 years old and you're investing 10 grand and you're getting 125 bucks every month for doing literally nothing, that's pretty cool, okay? So if you're in college or if you're just finishing high school, that's pretty badass to get every single month. And at least it gets your mind working. This is the whole point of it. 10,000 bucks isn't gonna change your life, but it gets your mind moving and thinking about investing. And when you start getting that cash flow, pretty sweet. Number 4, stock options. A little more high risk, I would say. I really love stocks. So depending on the strategy, it can be very boring, very predictable like what I do, or it can be very risky. So if you're investing in really growth stocks or meme stocks, you're playing a dangerous game possibly, but you could also make a crap ton of money. I've seen it all the time. If you're doing what I'm doing, you know, you're not gonna make a whole ton of money, but you're not gonna lose a lot either. And the strategy that I do, which by the way, I'm releasing a course on this, on stocks very soon. I'm gonna show you the exact fruitful strategy on how I make money no matter what the market does. If it goes up, down, it doesn't matter. I make money every single day, whatever the market does, by hedging it correctly and the fruitful style. So again, it's not gonna change your life or change my life with just that income alone, but it's pretty sweet, man. And when you have a large account like I do, eventually, you know, when you're 33 and you've been investing in real estate, like I say, investing in stocks, like I say, by the time you're my age and you have a lot of money to put in your stock account, $1 million or so, it's very good money, okay? Even doing it my way of very boring, you probably could just live on that income alone eventually, which is pretty damn cool. And it's just a mindset breaker, a matrix breaker, if you will, from everybody out there is working so hard, working their jobs, working their salaries, slugging every day for 8 hours a day, and I just press buttons for half an hour on my phone. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, more like this, and I'm replacing their income. For my strategy, just to be clear, or very straightforward, I'm making about 200 to 500 USD every single day, and I literally only do it for 30 minutes a day. Some days are very good, 1,000 or more. Some days are 100 bucks, but on average, 200 to 500 bucks a day USD for 30 minutes of work. Okay, a lot of people have to work a whole week to make 500 bucks or 1,000 bucks a week. I can do that in one day sometimes. So it's just a mind breaker. I love it. I love this kind of stuff, man. When you start investing, it's a game changer, man. There's levels to this. And it's just levels of like how money can be created out of thin air. And so many people work so hard, busting their ass, busting their back, doing construction, whatever, for pennies, man, for things that we can make in a day, an hour, 30 minutes. It's crazy, but that's why I love this stuff. Last but not least, number 5 on how you can invest 10,000 bucks is crypto, which is definitely a higher risk strategy. However, there are ways to make it lower risk, but it is generally a high risk strategy. It's a new technology, it's a new format, but it definitely is where the world is going, that is for sure. We now have institutions investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically, and that wave is gonna continue to come and grow. We have countries adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. It is madness, the world we're living in, but it's setting itself up for a very interesting future. And I would highly recommend investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are really the only 2 cryptos that I invest in. That's it. Because I'm a boring ass Warren Buffett old man investor. That's what I like. Boring, predictable. I can invest in all these other things, Solana, Avalanche, whatever, which I do a little bit, but I'm betting the farm on Bitcoin. Like 98% of my money in crypto is in Bitcoin. Boring, stable, crypto gold, and long term. So, and crypto is definitely more of a set it and forget type of strategy. These other strategies, stocks, can be like day trading, where you're actually making your monthly income or to pay for expenses, or it can be just very passive like what I'm doing. So long term for crypto, definitely a 10-year horizon. If you're putting any money in crypto, have a 10-year plan minimum, and that's what I like. Anyway guys, if you like this video, if you learned anything, smash the like button, also hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.